Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at people who believe their partner is cheating. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I tasted someone else on my boyfriend. What the frick? So it makes absolutely no sense for my boyfriend to cheat. His last relationship ended because he was cheated on, and he's always very passionately preaching to his friends about how you should just break up with someone instead of cheat. I mean, you don't really need to make sense of someone cheating, honestly. It's just their problems. There's really no sense to be made if someone cheats. So it literally makes no sense that he would cheat. But over the weekend, when I went to visit him, I swear to God, his mouth smelled like someone else. We were kissing and it wasn't anywhere else in his face except his nose, lips, and a bit on his chin. But I tasted it. Look, not to be crude, but I've munched bucks before. It's got a very distinct taste and smell that I'm familiar with. I also found a pack of cigarettes that are a different brand than his near his foot of his bed. But aside from that and a few minor things not adding up, it's not like there's any concrete evidence that he has been cheating on me or with who. But honestly though, just because someone's been cheated on doesn't mean they won't cheat. Some people, they've been cheated on and they decided to cheat on their current partners. But then again, he was literally cheated on, so I don't know. At the end of the day, I already know what I tasted, but I also thought I knew who I was dating. You never know who you're dating, okay? You never know. You could be dating a serial killer and you wouldn't even know. So does anyone know if there's any other things on this planet that taste and smells exactly like a woman's private parts? Could this really just be some misunderstanding after trying a new food or routine? Or do I already know the answer? I think she knows the answer. Her gut feeling is telling her. I feel like she should have just brought it up during the moment and been like, why does your face taste like this? What have you been doing? Like, who were you hanging out with? Like, what's going on? Why do you smell different? When did you change your cigarette brand? See his reaction, because it's very telling, you know? If someone stutters, they look away, they don't want to tell you directly, they're lying. But yeah, I mean, we don't know if he's actually cheated. But it's just suspicious, right? Because why he smell like that? I mean, it's good that she trusts him and everything, you know, to be like, it doesn't make sense that he cheats. But at the same time, that's not really a valid reason to be like, well, he's never going to cheat on me because he's been cheated on before. Just so you know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he cheated? That's actually wild to find out your partner has been cheating on you because you smelled a different woman's private parts on him. That's freaking crazy. I believe my husband is having an affair. I have been with my husband for 15 years, married for 3. We have 2 children, 4 and 2. He has begun working 5 hours away on the weekends for over a year now. He has a teaching position and it is great extra income since I'm a stay-at-home mum and I'm completely financially dependent on him. I believe he's having an affair with a woman in this city he's working in, but he's denying it heavily. This is what happened over the last year and tonight that has really solidified my hunch. But again, I have no concrete proof, so please let me know what you think. 1 year ago, I found a woman's shirt wrapped in the arm sleeve of his sweater in his luggage after he came home from his trip. He did have a friend with him and claims his friend hooked up with someone and has no idea how it got there. I felt extremely uneasy about that. Why was it in his sweater? It was in his sweater? In the sleeve of his sweater? Yeah, why was it there? I'm pretty sure the woman deliberately put it in there so the wife would find out. Because why else would it be there? Because he wouldn't be the one to stuff it in there. Because why would he be so dumb to do that? Someone stuffed it in there as a hint. A few people began commenting on all of his videos. He posts YouTube content and Instagram content. And after I clicked the profiles, they are both from that city and he's also following them. Okay, that's not a big thing because if you're like a YouTuber, anyone can comment. I get an email notification saying a woman has joined our Google family and is using a YouTube Premium. Of course, it's the girl commenting and liking everything for months from that city. I lost my shit and he cried saying I'm making things stressful and that he's out here working for our family and she's a friend of the guy he's working with. He also began staying at this guy's house for free accommodations since he has 3 bedrooms and said it was okay. That's weird. Why would the girl join the Google family? And why is she using somebody else's YouTube Premium when it's like a family account? Weird. Like, even if it was just friendly, why would the husband give it to her? Why would you give your family account to like your friend's friend? That's weird. I would just tell her to get her own, you know, pay for it. I can see why the wife is sus about it because I would be too. I'll be like, who the hell is this? Even if I didn't suspect that he was cheating and someone joined our account, I'd be like, who the frick is that? You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the frick? I'd be like, what the frick? How did she get our account? Hello? A few months ago, I found a coffee cup in the back of our car with his name on it. A mocha latte, which he would never get. He only drinks black coffee and lipstick all over it. I question him and he claims he has no clue where it came from. How do you not have any clue? How? He obviously knows because it has his name on it. So he's been driving someone around. For sure. At this point, I told him I'm struggling to trust him and believe he's having an affair on me. He breaks down crying again, saying he's not. Still can't tell me where the cup is from. Says he ordered coffee for his coworker and himself. This is the final series of events that have me spiraling. My 4-year-old underwent a series of tests at a hospital, and as a treat, my husband said he'd take him to the city because our 4-year-old has been begging to go. He has a great time, stays at a high-rise condo that my husband said his coworker invited them to stay at. They come home and my husband sends me a bunch of really cute photos of things they did. My husband goes back to work the next day, stupid to take our 4-year-old, and come back just to leave the following day. I didn't understand that part, but wasn't going to spoil it for my 4-year-old. Husband says his coworker is getting a new phone contract and that he needs a new phone, so he's gonna pay out the $350 he owes. I say great, he didn't need one. He comes home and I find a handwritten note in our car about a phone plan, including how much it is per month and a number registered to that city. It was a woman's handwriting. Again, he has no clue where it came from. I called the number anonymously and it was declined and goes to voicemail, but the voicemail is automated, so I don't know whose number it is. Wait, why is this one sus though? Couldn't it just be like a worker that just wrote this for him? Here's the finale. I'm putting our 4-year-old to bed tonight and he was going through my pictures, pulls up the pictures from his trip with daddy and starts telling me all about it. He says him, daddy and Mickey were doing everything together. There's a photo of my son, this man who I thought this whole time was Mickey. I said, oh, is this Mickey? Did you guys have fun? He tells me, no mum, Mickey is a girl. I asked whose house they stayed at and he told me Mickey's house. You guys know the girl I was concerned about? Guess what her middle name is on her Instagram handle? You got it, Mickey. I've been shaking. I'm disgusted. Do all of these add up? It adds up because the husband has been lying about it. Okay. Yeah, that's why it adds up. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't cheating. But why would he still lie about it? Why couldn't he just tell his wife that he's just going to be staying at a friend's house? She's called Mickey. Right? Why did he have to lie about it and say that it was his male friend's place when it wasn't? That's the thing that I don't like. Why lie about something if it wasn't going to be a big deal? But because he lied about it, then it just proves that he was afraid of something. He has started to leave the house and go in the car to make phone calls when he needs to speak to his business partners, stating our reception is bad. My reception is horrible here, but he's not with the same company and has never had an issue before. To add, when I try calling his phone, he never answers. He usually declines it and then calls me back after 5 minutes or so. I mean, I guess valid if he's in a meeting, if he's busy working, right? And the important thing to note here is the fact that a habit of his has changed. So before he would never leave the house when he takes his phone calls, but now he leaves the house when he takes his phone calls. So yes, that's sus. Here's a drinker. Drinks around 4 to 5 tall cans every night since COVID. The male coworker supposedly has his own truck, so I'm not sure why he'd be taking our car. I've also found grocery receipts in our car for things my husband would never buy and claims they would be from the coworker as well. Oh, that is sus. Because if you know your man and you know what he normally buys and he's buying something totally different and it's not something he would eat, it's not something that you would eat either, sus. Some nights after work he will call and just to ask to speak to the kids. I mentioned that to him the other night and said, what, you don't want to talk with me? And he said he was tired and wanted to say goodnight to them. Whereas every morning when he's off to get his coffee, he has a full conversation with me and will FaceTime us. We have not been intimate in months, probably close to 3 months. He falls asleep every night before my kids do. He also has anxiety and ADHD. I guess everything adds up because every single time she asked him about something, he would be like, I don't know, I have no clue. I don't know where this came from. This is not mine. I have no idea how it got here. What do you have a clue about? You know, what's going on? Why doesn't he have a clue about anything that's in his car or in his possession? Oh, that's weird. And the fact that his habits have been changing, the fact that he normally never does this and then he starts doing this, yeah, that is suspicious. I mean, we don't know if he is cheating or not, but definitely sus. If there's nothing to worry about, why are you lying to me? That's how I would feel if I was the wife. So understandable that the wife is like, getting really stressed over this. Okay, good. It says she's gonna get in contact with an attorney, so that's good. But man, if he was really cheating, how messed up is that he brought his own kid to meet his mistress behind his wife's back? And maybe he's not cheating, maybe. But like, why is he doing all this stuff behind her back? Like, there's so much that he's not telling her. I think that's what I'll be concerned with if I was his wife, is the fact that you should be telling me things. But why are you like letting me find out by myself? Right? Like, shouldn't you be telling me things and being like, yeah, I'm meeting this friend, I made a new friend. But like, why is he not telling her anything? He's literally letting her mind run wild. I don't like that. What do you guys think? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.